Woke up to this morning. Super thankful for these. These are unexpected ones. They weren't calling for much after yesterday. We'll take it. Came to drive around now that the rain has stopped and just everything looks better after rain. We got, I'm about to go to grandma's and check the rain gauge, but this is our latest planted wheat. There's some spots on the tracks where you can't see it yet, but I think it is sprouted. We just need the ground to cool or to warm up a little bit. But yeah, it looks good. 3/4 of an inch from yesterday and today all together. So that's really good on top of the 1/2 inch we got from that ice storm, and then the other 1/2 inch we got from the other ice storm. So cumulative effect. Nice to get that stuff in the winter when the sun's not out so bad. This right here is by my grandma's house. This little low spot, it is a mess. That's our entrance into our road to the barn. Also a mess. Definitely won't be going down there. My buddy on this side over here calls that Odine's rain gauge. My grandma's name is Odine. And so he says if there's water in there, we're gonna have a pretty good year. So there's water in there. Keep that filled up. But last year it got dry. There was no water there, which is hard to do because that stays wet all the time. So wet now. All right, this is our most recent plan. I just want to show you. There's a little water standing in the low spots, but it didn't rain hard enough for the water to run, which is nice because we wanted that soaking rain to soak in, especially where we scraped, but also that's just it's better water to soak in and not to run away. So it's good to see kind of water in the field, and so that weed will get to soak all that up. And well, if it's in the summer, we get a soaking rain or any kind of rain and we lose it to evaporation. We don't get that near as much this time of year. I need to get over there to my rain gauge, and here's what I got to traverse, and I am not prepared. Let's see if I can make it. Made it. Had to walk around. Let's see what we got here. Nice. Like 1.2 inches. We'll take that. Got a little bit more off-roading to do here. See that road? That is stuck waiting to happen. The rain gauges, told you at grandma's we had 3/4 of an inch here, a little over an inch. That's great. That place just west of here had 1 inch and 2/10, so it's a good little rain we got. Last one to check here at Mom and Dad's. A little harder to see. It looks, I'll have to get back to you on that. It was 8/10. So grandma's was 3/4, here 8/10, and then further east 1.2 and 1 inch. So for nothing being in the forecast, that's a good rain. Morning, guys. I want to give you a quick update on the plan for today. I'm going to go get some diesel. Just dropped the boys off at school, so we're going to get some diesel, and I think I'm going to try to fertilize at least the one patch that I planted earlier. The other stuff is still pretty little, but we got a really good chance of rain tonight. Don't really know the amounts. Could be a lot if it's a thunderstorm. It could be not much if not. So, but I talked to a lot of guys that are going to do the same today. But I think I'm gonna try to get some fertilizer out. So, got to get this filled up, fill up some tractors, and then go get the fertilizer and get it to the field and get everything set. So, it'll be a new thing. I've never spread dry fertilizer before, but I think that's what I'm gonna do, and we'll see. Hopefully, it helps that weed out a bunch. Here in rural Simpson Oil Company, people have been here for a long time, but yep, first job check. All right, got the tractor unhooked from the disc plow. It's right there, and it is over there ready for the fertilizer cart. I got it filled up with diesel and serviced, all that greased and everything. So I'm just waiting for my buddy Samuel. I told you, remember the genius? He's gonna let me know when they start filling up my little wagon, and then I'll go pick it up. So I am going to go eat lunch, and then when he calls me, I'll go pick it up and hook it to the tractor, and then we'll go to the field and we'll get it calibrated and set, and that'll be a new experience. And then we will fertilize and then pray for rain for this evening. I'm loaded up. Got the buggy there. I'll show you how this works at the field better, but that wheel will drive the machine and spread the goods out the back. So I'm not too squatty, but it'll be a lot for this little half-ton. I'm very proud of my half-ton truck, but we'll be going slow. All right, I'm here getting this tractor hooked up to the buggy, and problem's gonna be that this is gonna be in the way. So I think I gotta take that off. Otherwise, I don't have a pin that's long enough to connect all that stuff together. So let's take it off. Wasn't sure, I had to test that tool too much, but thought we were gonna have to go get the 3/4 air impact from the barn. But yeah, put that on the 3rd power setting and that zipped it off. So now we can hook it up. Have to see, and after we get this rain, we're praying that we do, what this looks like after that, after we fertilize and get a good rain on it. Okay, let's try to figure this out. So, I told you this wheel drives off of that tire, and I will do that in a second, but I want to show you the chart here. Okay, so 30 feet spacing, 35, 40, I'm gonna go 35 feet, I'm gonna go about 7 miles an hour. And the density for this product is this is a 39006 fertilizer. It's a density somewhere between 50 and 55, and this buggy should get this whole field, and so to do that I need to do around 70 to 75 pounds. So that's at an inch opening. I'd be at around 86 or so, but I'm set currently at 3/4. So, gosh, that'll probably put me close. I think I'm gonna leave it. That's the way they had it set. This little jack just controls that gate opening. So I think I'm gonna roll with that. That should put me close to where I need to be to get this done. All right, now I need to move this thing. You can't see that thing. This thing, right there, now. Let's see what I did. Okay, so now this is touching the wheel. That wheel should turn these pulleys, and that pulley should turn this, and that pulley should turn all of this, which should release. The product should flow out now and onto this chain and spread by these things. You know the things that you push to fertilize your grass? It's like the same thing, just driven by a tractor, costs a whole lot more, but hopefully we can get some acres done. Okay, a little bumpy. You see, there's the fertilizer coming out on the chain. Hopefully it's coming out the back. I do see it. Let's go check. Let's see, I see it. I see stuff on the ground. There is the fertilizer. We need that to get rained on, soak in the ground. Stuff is coming out. The right amount? Good question. I hope so. My friend Tommy said it is an unpredictable event. So it's out here. It is spreading it. It is there. That's good news. All right, so this is called top dressing wheat, and you can do it liquid or dry, it doesn't matter. But I wanted to do this wheat because it's so much further along, because it is closer to starting to produce a head of grain, and that is the kind of the most important time in the, you want it, obviously it needs nutrients all throughout, but right before this stage called a jointing stage, and I don't understand all this, but there's a stage where the plant changes from tillering, which is just kind of producing more of the leaves, to where it really starts to think about putting on a seed head. That transition from tillering to joining is when it really needs the nutrients, and that's the biggest bump you can get in yield. After the joining stage, you're really just promoting maybe more vegetative growth, which would be helpful for if you're baling it for hay, but we want as much grain as we can. So this is I want to try to get this in, because this may get to the joining stage soon. The rest of our stuff that we planted after stripping is farther behind. We may still fertilize later, but it likely won't joint for a long time, just because its development stage is behind, just because this was planted in October and that stuff was planted in December. So that's what we're doing. Okay, I wanted to see how much we're overlapping. I don't really know. Obviously you don't want to overlap too much, but you want to make sure you get plenty of coverage. I would think that the edges of my band strip are going to be a little bit lighter fertilizer than what's closer to the middle. I don't know, unless it's doing a pretty good job evenly spreading. But this would be, probably about halfway in between. Let's take a look. Okay, I have not gone over here yet, but I have right here in front of the camera. This will be right in the middle. So I do see some, and then as I get further over here, I still see a few, maybe not as much. I don't know. Just looking for blues and whites. I see some stragglers out here. The wind's gonna move some of that, I know. I see some stragglers here right up next to there. I don't know. A guy I trust, Tommy Davis, says 35 feet and 7 miles an hour. And that guy can grow almost 100 bushel wheat, so let's go with that. Update here, I'm halfway done or so. I've done, right at about halfway, been going about 2 hours. So I don't have, I've not been farming long, so I don't have a ton of experience in a lot of things, but no experience at all with spreading dry fertilizer until today. So initial thoughts, it's easy. As long as you're putting out what we hope we're putting out, that'll be good. But who knows when we finish, if I'll get finished on this field and have enough, or I'll have too much left over. We'll find that out. But it's not as fat. I think if I'm picking now, liquid with a sprayer would sure be nice, because I go 96 feet at a time. I'd be done. I'd probably already be done by now. 96 versus 35 feet. I go a little faster spraying than spreading the dry. So I don't know. I know there's maybe an uptake dish. You could burn the wheat with the liquid more. You got to get a rain for really all of it, but especially got to get a rain for the dry. I don't know. If you're a farmer, what's your preference? What do you like to, I guess, top dress with? What's your preference? And then in general, what do you kind of like, dry or liquid? Comment. Let's have a conversation there. But it's good. It's fine. But it's 6 o'clock. The Helena where we got the fertilizer was really backed up today. Everyone had the same idea to fertilize right today because the rain hopefully coming. And so it took a while to get the buggy. Again, control what I can control. Can't control that, but all I can do is sit here and pedal along 7 miles an hour and get this knocked out, but be glad to get it in and get the rain. So, but again, comment what you think. Dry versus liquid on wheat, top dressing for wheat. Go. All right, wanted to look in here and see what was left. About dropping my phone. So that's the front. You can't really see that very good. Can't see much of that very good, but I could tell the buggy was lighter, but I didn't know how much was out, running out. So it should be a little less than half of the field left, so a little less than half of the buggy left. So we'll see. All right, basically done here. Just want to show you. I don't know why it's glaring like that, but that's what I got left. I basically just have the ends to do. So I'm gonna get that done, and then I will be done. All right, let's take a look. Empty. Well, that's it. I'm gonna go home because I'm done. Thanks for watching.